Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. This is Highway Blossoms Next Exit. This is part 10. We're getting close to the end here. It's really exciting. You can see that final bit here. Super excited about it. If you haven't been following along with the series book Totoro, very important. Do the things with the stuff. And beyond that, while you're poking things, poke subscribe. If you subscribe, then you get to see more of this face. Could be a plus, could be a minus. Anyways, if you do that, it's important, because I'm trying to get 100 subscribers within the 1 year mark of starting the DaintyTank channel, which would be fun! Help me get there! With that, let's just get started. Woohoo! So last we left off, load. We had just gotten back to the Trio's RV in kind of like, I think it's a flashback, but essentially it's Tess's birthday itself was up in question, and it was for tomorrow, apparently. So now we're back with the trio. Look at that Georgia plate. It was peaceful within the trio's RV. Not a creature was stirring, not even a louse. Joe rested in his favorite spot on the couch, the cushions arranged just how he liked them. Not far away, Tess sat with a small smile as she read through Marina's most recent texts. Serenity and quiet were rarely found in a place like this. Silence was about to be shattered.
Wake up, you slackers! You've got work to do!
The door hadn't even finished being kicked open before Mariah was shouting. She strolled in with the self-confidence that only alcohol could bring. From one hand dangled 2/3 of a six-pack. From the other, a bag full of junk. Both rattled as she slammed them onto the table.
Where have you been?
It's been an entire day.
His goggles were pulled down over his eyes, blocking sunlight and the rest of the world from his vision. As long as he didn't remove them, he could pretend that Mariah was just a disembodied voice and not really there.
Tracking down all the spots in Vegas that give out free booze.
There's not a spot in Vegas that gives free booze. Free booze is not a thing.
Where the heck did you sleep?
Dunno. Woke up in a bathroom at the Bellagio.
Oh my god.
Ugh, you're a real Renaissance woman, Mariah. I didn't know they sold beer at the swap meet.
Don't gotta tell me twice. Here, I found this junk for the squirt.
Sounds really sentimental.
But he raised his goggles all the same and leaned in to see what Mariah had brought. Tess also watched, her curiosity piqued. Mariah tossed the junk unceremoniously. Tess barely caught it. She sat down on her lap. Took a moment for her to register what she was looking at. Ugh. Glistening strip of metal with its letters fresh and legible. The word Kansas was stamped on top of with a pattern of sunflowers.
Did you have that one yet?
Nope. I've been looking.
Do you got 'em all now?
Not yet.
But this one's got a sunflower on it. That makes it better, right?
Tess looked at the license plate and then she looked at her desperate sister.
It does.
It was true. Other than the red bandana on her head, this was the only gift her sister ever given to her. It could have been a license plate she already had and would have still been precious.
It's too bad, Mariah. The first nice gesture you've ever done, and you were beat to the punch by Amber and Marina. Again.
Oh my god.
What do you mean by that? Hey, Squirt, what does he mean by that?
They made me a gift.
She pointed at the counter across the room. Her personalized box was opened, already filled with damp soil.
I grow sunflowers now.
You're kidding. You actually took it? So thieves probably stole it.
They made it for me special.
Tess purposely avoided mentioning it had been crafted from one of the boxes the miner's treasure had been found in. Would have made things more complicated. And louder.
Don't break it.
Eh? Why the hell would I want to break your crummy little...
Promise. Don't break it.
Mariah looked down at Tess, as she did with most people. Her sister's usual blank eyes were firm and fixed on her. Heaving a heavy sigh, Mariah placed her hand over her chest.
I, Mariah Pastorius, swear on my old hag mother's grave that I won't break your dumb box that's subjectively less cool than the license plate I got you.
Even when you're drunk?
Mariah resisted the urge to cross her fingers, her toes too.
Even when I'm drunk.
Good!
There! You happy?
Tess nodded.
Anyway, enough of that garbage. What I've got here in this bag is gonna change the course of our lives forever. The scumsucker I bought this garbage off of had no idea what they had.
Mariah cackled, the sound like beer cans rattling in the trash. She untied the bag and poured everything in it onto the coffee table. It's a collection of necklaces and jewelry, earrings, and false teeth. If it was shiny, Mariah wanted it. Sunlight snuck in through the RV's tinted windows, bouncing off the assorted trash Mariah had collected. Spell was broken by Joe's words. He ignored Mariah's flurry of insults as he crawled forward to inspect the treasure more closely.
You watch your filthy hands! Every second your finger touches that thing drives its value down.
I don't think that's gonna be much of a loss. This stuff isn't worth squat to begin with.
What?
Mariah's squawk could put a parrot to shame.
The only thing here that ain't worth squat is you! Maybe you should put those goggles back on because there's clearly something wrong with your vision.
What do you think, kid?
Tess climbed out of her cot like a monkey swinging off a tree. She began sorting through the pile of bad choices.
Alright. This is worthless. And this. Oh. This is pretty. But it's trash too.
Silence returned to the RV once more, but this time it wasn't peaceful. Instead, it was the calm before the storm, which Tess thought would surely turn the form of smoke from her sister's ears. Mariah's reply began as a primal scream that shifted into something more.
What do you mean by trash? This is a genuine treasure, and it's worth at least...
At least what? Just how much did you pay for all this?
Mariah mumbled her response.
What?
She said $300.
What? Where did you get that kind of money?
I had about 99 cents left over, so I hit the slots. And guess what?
No.
My legendary good luck kicked in, and I won the small jackpot.
For real? Mariah, that's amazing! Our money issues are solved!
Except she spent all of it.
Then, I spent it on the treasure.
Joe's just sighed.
You just destroyed every piece of good karma you got from getting your sister a gift.
Well, if someone had given me my fair share, then I wouldn't have had to settle for something like this!
No, you would have ended up wasting even more money.
It's not a waste if it makes more money, and you know that if you...
Relative peace returned to the RV, even if it was far from silent. It was loud and it was noisy, but it was familiar chaos. That alone counted for a lot to Tess. She watched as they bickered, Mariah's voice rising and falling like a siren, while Joe maintained his cool composure. Even if they didn't feel like family, Tess knew that they were. Even now, Mariah was planning their next heist, spelling out just how to turn this loss into another gain. It rarely worked. In fact, it almost never. But maybe that was okay, Tess thought. Life had its downtimes. It was mostly downtimes, but sometimes things were up. There was Marina to text and license plates to collect. There's plenty to look forward to. She hugged her new plate tightly, breathing in the smell of time and experience. It was a reminder of the bigger world out there, and many more sights to see. Aww, it wasn't much, but for now, it was enough. That's cute. Back to Amber.
I still can't get over the fact that this thing has a keyboard on it. It's like a tiny computer. Wild.
Did you get, like, a smartphone? Or did you get, like, a sidekick from the 90s?
Babe, please. Phones haven't had keyboards since I was in middle school.
So it is a sidekick. The coolest thing for me was the first flip phone that had it. It wasn't like the sidekick that slid out. It was the Alias. That could be a regular flip phone. You flip it up. Or it had the ability to flip sideways. And then it had a full QWERTY board there. Yes, I did say QWERTY board. And I did say flip phone turned sideways. So yes, Alias was quite the feat. And I was so excited to get one. It was such a big deal. It was such a big deal. And then eventually when I did get the droid, oh god, that first like droid, you actually had to like click the screen to make any sort of selection. So like it would click in. That was so intense. Anyways, yeah, DaintyTank sold.
Huh? Why'd they stop? This is cutting edge stuff.
Yeah, it kind of really was way back when. I mean, so was the Nokia. That thing lasted forever. Like, the Nokia, and then you play Snake on it. Yes, I'm even older than you think. I flipped the clamshell. Phone, open and shut, number pad on the front, keyboard on the inside. Each on a corresponding screen. 2 screens! So is it more like a Samsung A03 or A23 that had... It almost looks like, it sounds like a jitterbug now.
Well, if you've been listening to cassette tapes all your life, I guess it would seem like it.
Facts. She gives me a smile that's brighter than any of the lights outside the hotel window, combined with the rare sight of her hair completely down. Yeah, it's like seeing a whole new marina.
I'm happy you like it.
I slink back into my chair and pray that my face isn't getting too red because of how much of Cassie's terrible peppermint wine I've had. Between that and depleting Mariah's bear stock, must be a bigger heavyweight than I thought.
Yeah, well, it was about time I got one. Stubbornness for the sake of stubbornness just makes you lose track of the important things.
That
Oh, so you admit you were being stubborn.
face. Marina's eyes bounce up and down. She wiggles closer to my chair, her glass of wine sloshing around in her hand.
Don't give me that. I confess up to my mistakes. When I feel like it.
She giggles. It's genuine, and it's a relief.
Speaking of mistakes.
Uh-oh. But that genuine smile dissolves into general distress.
Can we talk about how your phone looks like it was bedazzled by a homeschooled 12-year-old?
That's a mean thing to say about Tess.
Oh!
Oops, sorry, Tess. I meant homeschooled 10-year-old.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's true though. Craft jewelry and plastic gemstones. Oh, okay, so like, that's an old LG. It is much... Okay, so that is a sidekick type of thing, where it's looks like a phone, and then you pop it open, and it's got a QWERTY on the inside. Got it. Not like a sidekick. Sidekick, it slid. You slid it open, like slide, and this is actually like a clamshell. Forgot what the name of that one was. Why did I dedicate all this to my brain? I don't know, but I did. Okay. had been glued to it with a paste mixture of what could only assume is pixie dust and glitter, but calling it that is a little harsh. It's barely noticeable.
It's not that bad. Has character. Besides, your phone is all girly too.
My phone is cute. This one just
A grimace casts her face in the shadow.
disturbs me.
Be as disturbed as you want. I'm as much of a bargain hunter as I am a treasure hunter, and this thing was a steal.
Of course it was. A newer phone would have cost way too much, and we already had to buy a new one for Marina a couple weeks ago. Though I get the vibe that the staff at the store was sad to see it go. They bought it out of a throw pillow, like they had a shrine in the back for it.
I guess I'll just have to count my blessings and take this as a victory for now.
Oh, whose victory is it?
Press the big circular button on the front and the flash goes off. When my vision settles, Marina's pupils are as big as her head.
What?
New wallpaper.
Oh my god.
New
Hold on.
wallpaper.
What?
There we go. I didn't let it
New
finish.
wallpaper.
In celebration, I give the phone a little shake. Shade of pink sizzles around her face. She lunges at her at my phone, but she stops herself when she realizes her wine is starting to spill.
No fair! You can't just do that, Amber. I'm in my jammies, not wallpaper material at all.
I mean, it kinda is. It's really cute.
That's funny, because I seem to recall you doing the same thing.
Don't you even.
Multiple times.
Delete it!
Her voice is harsh and husky. A futile intimidation tactic. She has no power here.
How about I send it to you instead?
Amber, no! If you do, I'll have to send you a bunch of texts until I can't see it anymore.
Dang. Sucks that I'll have to put you through that.
Amber!
I flip open the phone and stare at the screen.
Oh. It's a selfie. Do I really have a double chin?
Marina leans in and plants a kiss on my cheek. She snatches the phone away and tosses it on the bed behind us.
No. And even if you did, it would just mean there's more of you to love.
Aww. She furnishes her little gambit by sliding onto my lap. Something tells me that was her plan all along. That's cute, guys. Very cute. The chair is only for one person, but it's big and cushy enough to fit the two of us. Most of the furniture in the room is. Marina is always heavier than I remember. The weight of her thigh alone is big enough to cut off the blood flow to my lower body. But I like it. I like not having circulation. She's like a warm pillow that I just want to squeeze, practically melt whenever she's close like this. Raising the glass, she smiles, an expectant smirk. What the hell? Stuff is liquid trash fire, but I'm enjoying myself too much to kill the mood. I raise my glass too. We clink them together.
Cheers.
Aww.
Cheers!
She chuckles and takes a sip. I cringe and say a prayer for my health. Unlike Marina, I take a couple big gulps. Not because I like it, but because I just want to finish it and end my suffering. Seriously, this crap tastes like a cleaning solution that was fermented with a rotting candy cane. Ugh, ha.
Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Is all alcohol like this?
No, but yeah, kind of.
Varying degrees of terrible? Pretty much. Some of it is better than others.
Facts. Whiskey's better than others.
Actually, I kind of like it.
Oh, you're a peppermint schnapps girl. Got it. Although, you'd probably like peach schnapps too.
You're kidding.
I mean, sure. The first few sips are bleh. Really bleh.
But then you get drunk and then you forget the taste.
But then you're all relaxed and it starts tasting like Christmas.
You eat Christmas? I decided just let her enjoy it, not tease her about it. The fact that she can actually enjoy it probably makes her more grown up than me, or anyway. In fact, Marina might be the more mature of us, period. Every day, she surprises me more and more. In a way, it's kind of sad. She's never going to be the same sheltered Marina from when we first met. When I look at her now, with her hair down and draped over her shoulders, holding that glass, I start to think that maybe she never really was. Maybe I'm finally starting to see the real Marina. Maybe I'm finally loving the real one too. Yeah, they are. Now I'm thinking about it. She's 18 and 19, respectively, in that picture there. So, yep. Cassie just gave alcohol to minors, but that's okay. Drinking's kind of been a thing. That's fine.
When we're both a few years older, maybe we can start expanding our palates.
There we go.
But for now, this is still a crime, and you're still a criminal.
You know what that makes you then, right?
What's that?
My partner in crime.
Ah,
You make us sound cooler than we actually are.
be gay, do crime. I can pretend to be a cynic, but that's not going to keep my heart from fluttering when she says stuff like that.
Forget about Bonnie and Clyde. We're Bonnie and Bonnie. Two star-crossed outlaws on the run.
Bunny, bunny.
On the run, huh?
The words slip out of me as I echo them back at her. We both stare out the window into the glittering streets of Vegas. Neon floods the streets from every corner, but if you look beyond that into the dark, you can make out the glowing silhouettes of desert and jagged mountains.
Where are we running to next, then?
Marina looks down, considering this. And mull it over too. It's strange not having anywhere to run from, only towards. Finally, Marina looks up.
I don't think it matters.
Aww. She nuzzles herself closer to me. She smiles, turning from the window to gaze at me instead.
As long as I'm with you, I'm exactly where I want to be.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Ah! Yes. Yes. Okay, that was adorable. As much as I gave it a lot of shit, especially around the fact that they weren't communicating. But honestly, they did a great job. Great job. Fantastic job. I loved how they really brought it back in full circle. And they closed up some loopholes too. Like, the heck was Joe doing with them? And like, why is Mariah like she is almost? And you know, honestly, they did a fantastic job of circling that back around. I really appreciated the voice actors going so far into it like they did. Like, they went all in. And like, I appreciate that so much. Just made it that much better. The new facial expressions were so fun and subtle. They did a great job with that. And overall, they did a great job with the whole story. Like, just great job all around. All around. Just yay. I am sitting here still curious as to how in the world Mariah has imported beers. Or beers to begin with when she doesn't have money for anything. How are they getting food? They are very interesting. Tess was fun. I wish there was more kind of information on the kid's birthday. Like, it ended abruptly with like, it's not my birthday till tomorrow type of deal. But like, why and how and all of that. Good questions there. I'm glad that they kind of sussed out that like she is having a lot of just sadness, but they were able to have Marina kind of show her growth and maturity and ability to talk to children, and kind of give her a little bit of just happiness and guidance that, you know, Joe and Mariah couldn't. I love that they're friends. And overall, you know, it's just a fun game. This was very fun, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. I am going to go back through and do a couple of these different versions, different perspectives. So we're going to do that immediately after this. So, thank you for playing, and also thank you for showing up and playing through all of this with me. Subscribe so you can come back and do more with me. And let me know if there's any other visual novels that I should try out. Let me know, like, what I should start next. Give me ideas. I'd love to play more with you, and I'd love to know what you want me to see. Oh, bye. There we go. Yep. Yep. Boozy alcohol kisses. It's fine. Woohoo. Alright. So first, load. Options. Wait. Is it preferences? Where is the gallery? Extras. Haha. Took me a second. Legacy content, DLC, galleries. Let's go with galleries. Oh, this is cute. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, can I click return? Okay. That's quite the image. Whoa. Fit the screen. Aww. That's adorable. Aww. Like, that is very cute. Doop. And one more. Oh, there's variants. Oh, I love that. Okay. Marina's thoughts. What? What? What is this? Oh my god. This is a treasure trove. Amber's grandpa's favorite tape, but now it's her favorite. I guess that means it's my favorite too, since it's important to Amber. I was even lucky enough to hear some of it live at the festival we went together. Buying the slushie was the first thing Amber ever did for me. Well, second, since she gave me a ride there too. It's cola flavored, since it never had that flavor in my hometown. The book that started everything. It contains riddles with locations, the miner's hidden location. Without this, I wouldn't never met Amber. Woo! There's a lot here. Gold nugget. This belongs to Joe, but Mariah's the one who spends the most time thinking about it. Guess it's an old family heirloom. It's how Mariah says she knew the treasure before anybody else. One of Tessa's most precious possessions. She collects license plates and puts them together like this. She said that someday she'll give me one of her wind chimes to keep. Amber and I ate this at the diner together. She thought I was weird for dipping my phrase in the milkshake. She didn't know that everyone does that. We borrowed this from Mariah and kind of never gave it back. Okay, cool. It's not just me. I'm sitting there screaming that. That's double fair since she did the same thing with my brother's car. Okay, with that perspective, I am fine with that. These are what the old miner hid his treasure in. We found a few of them along the way. Gold! Real honest to God gold. At first didn't believe it either. I kept this with me for most of our trip. It has some of our best memories together. I may have gone a little overboard sometimes though, like when I saw the world's tallest thermometer. Okay, so growing up, I would always get super frustrated when I saw other kids coloring outside the lines. It's like, why can't you slow down and stay in the lines? It's not that hard. It'll look prettier. You'll be happier. It doesn't look right. Anyway, I have a girlfriend now. What? You're a toast. When Amber made that pun, I groaned. But the truth is, I was actually thinking about doing the same thing. Fortunately, I ended up making a better one. That's cute. Sam my Amber. Is still the proudest I've ever been of a joke. Amber was always so grumpy when we first met. Those eggs may as well have been a portrait. My favorite breakfast in the world. The pancakes were chocolate and had chocolate chips, and the chocolate milk was homemade. Can you tell me that I like chocolate? Yeah. Arches National Park is so pretty. I wish I could have spent more time sightseeing than sitting in traffic. It's weird though. This brochure doesn't mention chip off the old block, so I'm not sure how Amber knew about it. Cause old man hippie showed her and talked her through everything. These are what Tess was eating when we ran into her in Moab. There are so many of them. I bet that Mariah ordered a large size so she could steal some. Mariah ate like an entire cow, and I'm pretty sure that still wasn't enough because I saw her picking at Tess's tendies too. I don't blame her. I would see that and go, yep, and devour it too. Joe's meal was a meal of choice in Utah. Doesn't it remind you of grilled cheese and tomato soup isn't the most exciting thing, but it's trusty and reliable. Not that there's anything wrong with these, but these fries were totally go batter with a milkshake too. My heart skipped 2 whole beats when Amber asked me to go to the festival with her. It was the first time I really felt like her girlfriend. Oh. Later on, Amber told me that she covered all of her food groups in this meal. Steak, chicken, pork, seafood, and everything else. Can't believe she went back for more. She might have been the only person I know who gets her money's worth at a buffet. It is hard to do that. Aww. Stone Coyote. Everything in the motorhome moved around so much when we were driving, so I glued Velcro on the bottom of this to keep it from sliding off the shelf. My heart broke. My heart would be so sad if it broke. Aw. So much boob there. We got this portrait done of us the first time we went to Las Vegas. Maybe it isn't the most flattering pic ever, but it was fun, so who cares? Amber got these for me on our first trip to Vegas. They ended up melting together, so it's just, I've had a big chain of gummies. We ended up making a kissing game out of it, but I think it would have worked better with spaghetti. Uh-huh. Amber was right. This was totally my jam. Speaking of jam, this would have been amazing with strawberry jelly on top. Amber got this at the same place where I got the pancakes. She might make fun of me, but at least I didn't order half the menu. That sounds awesome to me though, like ham, bacon, hash browns, eggs. I can't have toast because I'm gluten intolerant, but coffee, yeah, that I would order the diner meal. Number 3 there. Oh god. My big sister used to have a phone like this. I remember being so jealous, but look at it now, it sort of looks like a toy. I got this after me and Amber went to the music festival. My dad would flip if he knew this, but I'm kind of glad But I'm kind of glad Mariah sold my old phone. Dropped down the bathtub so many times. Fuck you. Somehow I ended up losing another battle to Mariah in Las Vegas. At least this time, the winner is Tess. Wonder why Joe wears these all the time. He stopped wearing them recently, though. What's the dates on those? 5/11/96. Oh, poor kid. Totally an acquired cursed. Peppermint wine cursed. Totally an acquired taste, but not as bad as it sounds. Hopefully next time we can share a glass with Cassie. Amber's alien looks so dorky, but I love it because it reminds me of her. Cassie's looks so much nicer than mine, though. Yep. Tess's phone. Well, I guess it's Mariah's phone, but I'm pretty sure Tess uses it more. Kinda surprised it doesn't have more cracks in it. The wallpaper was definitely Tess's choice. I wonder if she made it herself, because I can't think of anyone who wants this. Oh god, the Rainforest Cafe was amazing. And sharing a dessert with Amber was the best part. I already know where I want to go for our anniversary. This is the license plate Mariah picked up for Tess during the convention. Amber doesn't believe me, but I think Mariah is a really thoughtful person. Developer note. What? This is an old version of the Alaska license plate. Originally it was Delaware, then Alaska, and then finally Kansas. Mariah has a line saying, Kansas is a place so far away it might not even be real, which was written when it was Alaska. It was funnier to leave the writing untouched. Fascinating. Guest art. Whoa. There's so many awesome, like, images here. Ah. Oh, that's cute. Oh my god. I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Tess. Okay. That was fun. Now we know. Okay. So now we're gonna go back. I think the beginning was 4. Yeah. We're gonna go back, and we picked Marina every time that there was a choice. So we're gonna go back and go through Amber. There's only, I think, 2 perspectives that we have available to us. Yeah, there's 2 times that happens. So, let's do that. We're gonna read from Amber. Everything really is super. Just over a month ago, those were words I thought I'd never think again. This is at the same time that Marina is sitting there going, oh my god, this is so annoying. Why can't she act? Why can't she think like I'm a freaking adult myself? I'm not a child. And meanwhile, in Amberland. Just over a month ago, I thought I would never be happy again. Wouldn't allow myself to be. As I turn to face the bathroom, which is also the library, closet, and wardrobe, I give a direct view into our cramped and messy bedroom, where the mattress takes up nearly every inch of the walking space, and the whirlwind of blankets and clothes takes up everywhere else. Before Marina, the room had felt like the emptiest, deadest space in existence. Gramps' ghost peering down on me through thick picture frames. It's creepy to think that I had ever been able to sleep like that. I take the 2-step hop over to the sink and twist on the faucet. Tapped on the medicine cabinet is a picture I haven't seen before. Must have missed this. If I'm not mistaken, this was taken when we were over in Jerome the other day. That random granny must have been the photographer, because she did a hell of a job centering us right in front of the Douglas Mansion. Part of our grand Arizona sprawl. Written in glossy lipstick below the picture is a short notice. Got it developed last night. Smiley.
Damn, she works fast.
I yank it off the mirror and open up the cabinet, slipping the picture onto the bottom shelf, right next to the faded Polaroid of me and Gramps fishing in Yosemite.
I'm gonna be just fine, you geezer. Don't you worry.
In a lot of ways, my life hasn't changed much since we found the miner's treasure. I still float from place to place in the motorhome, still chase nostalgia, and I still almost catch it when listening to acoustic jam bands. But all the other things, the important things, have been flipped on their head. And it's all thanks to one naive hitchhiker who changed my life for the better. She's innocent and sweet and sees all the beautiful things I'm too jaded to see. Around us and in myself. In Marina, I see things I've never had. Her outlook on life is what gives me the hint of optimism to carry on. I reach for the ibuprofen and pop a few before swallowing with no water. Oh, you're intense. It's my job to make sure her earnesty stays intact. Yeah, I tease her about it, but it's a quality I cherish over everyone else. Without it, all the light in the life would be dim. By now, the water's near scalding. Steam wisps up and fogs the mirror. Drawing in a deep breath, I ready myself. It's gonna sting like hell. Sliver of complimentary hotel soap we have left. I scrub the patches of dirt that have road rashed their way against my skin. When I let the water flow over my arm, it feels like temperature would be better suited for boiling a lobster. I bit my tongue through the worst of it and instead focus on listing every member of the Grateful Dead's 1974 lineup. By the time I get to Bob Ware, most of the pain has passed. Cleaner, yet more exhausted than before. Slide open the door and drag myself back to the living area. Okay. So, that's interesting. Putting on lip soak. Chapstick, sorry. So, that tells me she really, really did see her as a kid. Like, just a naive kid to have a partner there. So, Marina was right. Okay. We are going to go back. Load the second one. Yep. And we're going to read from Amber's perspective. Now, this is during the cooking scene in which Marina was like, cute thing, was focused on like doing her special project, and Amber was kind of oblivious.
Make sure you guys wash your hands.
The sink that points us to is as deep as a kid's swimming pool.
Ever made these before?
Nope, never. You?
Tons of times. I'm a pro at these.
You are, actually.
Oh, really? Do you eat them all yourself?
No, she feeds it to her kid brothers and sisters.
I wish. They're a crowd pleaser when you've got a family full of little kids.
So, what you're saying is, I should leave it all to you.
No way. You're the one who signed us up for this.
Hey, it's just helping out a friend.
Marina shoots a glance over at Cassie, who's prepping the materials and not listening to us.
A friend.
Yeah. Her voice is a hiss, barely audible over the running water.
Amber, you've known her for like 2 minutes.
I'm surprised by Marina's reaction. Making desserts and getting paid in candy? Should have been the most Marina appealing activity possible. You are not thinking about this. Plus, I've never met anyone Marina wasn't willing to chat with. You are missing the point.
That's about how long I knew you when I let you in the RV.
Marina pauses. Mid-hand rub.
Those are like totally different things.
Yeah, kinda.
Sorry, I thought it'd be fun for us both.
Marina sighs.
Well, it can still be fun. Come on. Cassie's probably wondering why it's taking us so long to wash our hands.
I feel bad that Marina's not having a better time, but I don't get why. This would normally be right up her alley. Yeah, except, what right up her alley is going and seeing Tess. Like, that's the whole reason you're there, my love. I'll try to be extra nice to make her to make up for it. We join Cassie at the long counter and put on clear plastic gloves that she hands us. She starts doling out supplies, pots, pans, utensils, ingredients. There are already a few pans of stuff boiling on the stove.
Thanks again for helping out. Seriously, I mean it. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it up to you.
Once we're done here, I can drive us to the con. Does that work?
I glance at Marina. She shrugs.
Sure. Beats having to park the RV at a casino.
An RV, huh? And you met while driving? I'm guessing there's a good story in here somewhere, right?
It's kind of an unbelievable one, really. Like, if someone told me it happened to them, I'd think they were lying.
Okay, now I've gotta know.
That face.
A few months ago, did you ever hear about this journal?
Yep. At first, we try to keep it brief, but Cassie makes it clear she wants the whole story. So we start from the first piece of treasure, go from there. Marina and I take turns talking and fill in the blanks when the other one starts to stumble or forget to detail. While we talk, Cassie finishes the prep work. That includes moving the stuff from the stove into trays to cool, and then she starts to set up new stations for us to make treats. Other than occasionally asking for clarification on something, she doesn't ever interrupt. I finished up the story with our arrival back in Las Vegas just yesterday. When I'm done, Cassie looks at me, and then Marina, and she shakes her head.
Wow. That's really all I can say. Wow.
Told you it was pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, you sure did. I was expecting you to be high school sweethearts who eloped or something. Not a John Wayne movie. Everyone's been talking about the gold, the journal, the people who found it. My boss even wanted to do some promo event where we'd have gold-plated chocolate bars to capitalize on the hype. And here you are, helping me out. It's pretty surreal.
Yeah, kinda.
It's been one surreal moment after another for us. You get used to them eventually.
Maybe you do. The road sounds a hell of a lot more interesting than things here.
This is Las Vegas, though. It's one of the most famous cities in the world. How's that not interesting?
I guess when you live here, you get used to it. Besides, the Las Vegas that people dream about is a scam. Fool's gold, pretty much.
That's the way all cities are. They sound nicer from the outside until you're there and have to deal with the traffic and the people.
You have to excuse Amber. Sometimes she forgets how to have fun.
I'm just saying. I'll bet even Carlsbad sounds interesting when you're not from there.
Hey, I can see it both ways. I moved out here because I thought it would be a lot different than what it is. Turns out the Las Vegas they try to sell you on TV isn't real.
Oh god. Then she makes a chopping motion with her hands, starting to bustle around once more.
Right, well, famous treasure hunters or not, let's make some treats.
She ushers us over to one of the counters, where there are a few grocery bags full of supplies. At a glance, I can see marshmallows, butter, crisp cereal. There's lots of each. It's also a precarious stack of pans and utensils, plus a few boxes of plastic wrap. Finally, there are a few portable single-burner stoves. All in all, it looks like someone dumped off here and said, "Not my problem."
If you want, I can walk you through how to do it.
I think that this is probably where we got back to where we meet back up, and that the split perspective is gone.
It's okay, I can show her.
Sure.
Scoops up a few things. Yeah.
First
Nope, we've
things
seen that.
first. You gotta melt these.
We've seen this. So, with that, let's head back to the title. Think that's everything. I appreciate you all for coming and hanging out. I hope you had a great time finishing out Highway Blossoms with me. And again, subscribe. It helps me out. Send this to your favorite Marina friend. Oh, or send it to your favorite Mariah. I'll take more Mariahs. But yeah, subscribe, come back, hang out. Let me know what your thoughts are, and also tell me what you want to see next. With that, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!